Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquickums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Royal Bounty HD. Episode 6 is upon us, and I've done some looking, I've done some mental math, I've done some exploratory things, and I figured out a few cool things, a few good things, maybe a few things that'll save my life down the road. We'll see. Alright, so the things that I figured out, well, taking a look at all of our people. So we're going to go here real quick. We're going to take a look at, say, our elven dudes here. 5-5, sure they don't have a lot of health at 15, they do 2 to 4 damage, blah 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 blah. They have 7 speed, they attack pretty rapidly, right? Elves, pretty good thing, right? Obviously these guys are terrible, but as terrible as they are ranged units, and we have a whole bunch of them, so they still do a decent amount of damage. I actually think our elves do more at this point. That's okay. We're going to move past that. These guys, somewhat tanky at 40 HP, they have 10 attack, 9 defense, and of course with the boosts it's quite a bit more. 5 to 10 damage, not too bad, and again, a lot of actual speed. Plus they get max damage per hex traveled, so charging with the cavalry is definitely the play, what you always want to do. So we're going to continue on down. Obviously the dwarves, not super amazing, 6-6, but again with the buffs, not too shabby. 20 health, you know, they're about a medium grade group of guys. Now if we take a look at the goblins, they are just absolutely terrible. 4 attack, 1 defense. 3 health. They do die like paper. I mean, they're not very tanky. So it's definitely worth getting rid of them, even if we get less of the other guys. It's just going to be better overall. Plus, I don't know how quickly we're going to return back to this place. And of course, the Hydras are the bosses, but again, with this 3 speed and everything else, it is what it is. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up whatever's around this just little area here before we start figuring out how to get through the wolf-infested area. And then we're probably going to go back all the way down over here. We're going to get the new guys and then head back in. Again, I'm not sure that's the best play, but it's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to go all out. Oh, cool. We get some more elves, too. I'm going to go all out on the cash monies here. We're going to grab up some more elves and make them ours. And aha! There is a way in. Alright. By the way, I've also figured out this is the button you can use to stop, by the way. That was one of my problems before. I wanted to go, and see I can actually stop just short if I hit the button again. Or it will make you go. So if you're not moving and you have like it all clicked across the world, you can hit this button and actually move. Or if you're already moving and you want to stop, you can do that as well. 1,000 experience for visiting the gazebo, or or however you want to say it. We're going to come down here, we're going to trigger that, and run on down. It's going to be about a week before we get there. No, probably not a week. It'll be the new week before we do arrive, though. There it is, day 1 of the new week, and we got 1,000 gold for it. Not too shabby. And is this the one that had the mercenaries? It is. Alright, so what we're going to do now is say farewell to our goblins. They have served us, I'd say fairly well. So we got rid of 98. What can we actually gain? We can gain 97, so that's actually not so bad. And if we take a look at these guys are actually more powerful than our dwarves with 7, 6, and 35. If we take a look at the dwarves are 6, 6, and only 20, so quite a bit better. The dwarves have a 3 speed, and the mercenaries have a 4. Also, I don't know if I can do this, but I'd like to rearrange my grouping a little bit here. Is that a thing? Oh, I can totally do that. That's actually really cool. Alright, now I realize it seems, again, I could be wrong, this is what I've noticed. It seems to go from top down, by speed. So say I had all the slots filled with the same units, it's always going to go from the first slot down to the bottom slot, or to the last slot. So that being said, it should be okay. Moving one of our faster guys to the bottom, maybe not great, but it might not be terrible either. So I'm going to try it this way, see how this plays out. It may be terrible, but it might be the key to success. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, so we're going to head back in here, and we need to find our way through the woods. And I am not sure that we have a path through the woods, but we'll give it our best shot. And we shall see what we come up with. That looks like a safe entrance to the forest, but be careful. Alright. That looks like that would not be safe. Will this be safe? Oh, looks like this might be safe. I can see glowing eyes inside the cave. Move on, don't stop. Alright, we're going to try to run past this. Okay, we got through. That's kind of neat. Alright, we're going to try this. Oh, we got past all the caves. I don't know if these caves are actually really nasty, but it seems to want you to avoid them, so I am definitely leaning toward not upsetting them. Anyway, alright, we're going to go over here and murder, 740 centaurs. That seems like a tremendously huge amount. Also, there seems to be a lot of money down here. And an elvish faction grouping thing for our housing, too. Alright, I guess we'll try this. 130 monks. This might be rough. We'll see. Alright, I'm not sure how this is going to play out exactly, but we're going to try to haste our newfound friends into position. We'll see. I'm going to blast the top. And they do get to move, which is pretty good. But it looks like all of the monks are going to be able to go, and we're not going to really be able to stop them very easily here. So we're going to roll out with our dudes. Yeah, they're just going to focus fire down our poor little hunters. They just kind of got wrecked there, quite badly, in fact. Alright, the hydras are going to move, and finally our dwarves. Alright, let's do some blessing up on you. We'll try to hit the 22. Did a decent amount of damage there. I'm okay with that. We're going to try to roll out on these guys. Oh yeah, we just completely wrecked them there. We're still throwing out a little bit of hatred this way, and it looks like we missed our turn with our stupid little knight dudes there, our cavaliers. Which isn't fantastic, but it is what it is, right? Just have to kind of accept it and move on. Alright, we'll move our dwarves again, and it looks like we should be able to handle this pretty easily at this point. So what I'm going to do is, I guess, attack that. I'm going to move you down here. And I suppose we'll attack with you. It's not too bad. Alright, we'll kill you off. The Hydra can't do anything. The Dwarf can't quite reach. That should be it, right? That's it. So we lost 50 hunters, and actually we didn't lose anything else. That could have been a lot worse. 3,900 experience for it, 130 down. Again, I would have preferred not to lose the 50 hunters, but still. Alright, I would love to get some like really good morale boost here going where we can do our double moves. We don't seem to get that very often. So I'll do advanced leadership. We're going to, of course, pump up our cash monies again. Hopefully we have enough right now to grab up... Oh, good. We have enough to grab up all the elves. And what do we have here? You found a group of pagans worshipping at their strange glowing stone. You join the ritual silently. They teach you new ways to cast spells. Alright, our spell power went up a little bit more, and we're going to go up against a whole bunch of centaur-looking creatures. Oh my. This doesn't look good. But they don't have much health. We might actually be able to pull this one out. Alright, I'm going to try again hasting our new guy into position. Oh my gosh. Wow, we just did a tremendous amount of damage. Holy. Yeah, see that? That was crazy. Alright, we'll run down this way. No double moves for us, but it looks like they're attacking our mercenaries. They didn't accomplish very much, though, I gotta say. Man, these guys are actually quite weak. We are way stronger than I thought we were when it came to this. Ah, they survived that time. Alright, gonna roll out up here and kill this guy. And we're gonna try this one. Not quite enough. Oh, and they're all gonna focus on him. Alright, kill that off. Hydras can't ever make it. I really don't like fighting ranged units in games like these. They are kind of the poop. But of course I love having ranged units like this. So we lost 7 of the hunters, 5 of the mercenaries, 4,115 experience, and we killed 823 of them. That is a pretty large amount. Is that a... Oh, looks like a chest top. It is. It is a chest top. Alright, cool. Alright, I guess we're going to come up this way, and... Oh, there's some Minotaur blocking the way. Only 18, this should be easy. I mean, we dealt with more than this before, so... I don't even see this as being a problem. Go ahead, bring it on. Well, good, we can eat already close with them. Nice. Alright, we'll kill off of those Minotaur. And our dwarves can't quite make it, but maybe if we haste the dwarves, yeah. Dwarven haste of power and death and suffering. Alright, and down he goes. And not quite enough, but it didn't matter. So we killed all 18, 900 of them, or 900 experience going to us, 18 of them died, and none of them actually killed us. So it's good not to lose units. Alright, what does this say? The Dirt Mud Commune is to the east, and Herbert's Castle is to the west. Well, I think I want to keep moving toward my goal of killing off Herbert's Castle, so I'm going to actually head there first. We'll come back to the commune later on. It could be a terrible, terrible choice. It could be the absolute best play I could ever make. I don't know at this point, but it's the choice that I am making, so we're going to hope that it's, well, maybe the right choice for once. I know I make a lot of dumb choices, so we'll just have to wait and see. And that looks like that is a peasant patch. I'd rather not deal with that. This is it, Herbert's Castle. We've got to defeat him and report to King Reinhardt. Alright, there's a bunch of cavaliers. Oh boy, these guys look like they are pretty unhappy. Oh, we're gonna give it a shot. Alright, there is a bunch of them. This could get messy relatively rapidly. I don't know. We're gonna go for a blessing up on our Archerians. We took down less than half of them. That doesn't bode super well for us. Alright, well, we're gonna go out and attack. We're going to hope that our boosted stats from having our hero in our party is going to be enough. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can actually close with them just yet. Alright, can we drop? Okay, cool, we dropped the 8th. We're going to move forward. I feel like we're still behind the gun a little here. Alright, we're going to use our haste up on, I guess, him. We're going to go for this guy, since he hasn't moved yet. Oh good, he attacked the Hydras. That probably wasn't his best play. I think I might just defend. Try that out, and I am going to attack... I'm going to try to attack from here. Okay, so we soaked quite a bit of damage there. It's decent. We're going to try the attack from here. Hitting both, not too shabby. And let's attack from here. Still not quite enough. We're trading blows back and forth. Just enough to kill him. There we go. We dropped him as well. Should be able to kill the 3. The Hydra's doing work. We're going to... Again, what are we up against here? 19 versus... Oh, we can see here. 19 versus 12. Well, the 19 have already moved, so the 12 is still possible that it can attack us, so let's just do it that way. Alright, and that's it. So we only lost 4 guys out of the whole ordeal. That's pretty darn impressive. 6,440 experience. Well played, guys. Well played. Alright. And, hey, look. An actual, real person. The matchup here against the enemy is a little bit skewed, I would say, but we're going to go for this anyway. Alright. Welcome, I have received word of your arrival. Do you wish to pass at this time? I do. And I am actually concerned right now, but we're going to have to man up and do this. So, it's all or nothing, guys and gals. Here we go. Alright, he has, like, nothing opposing us right now. This is not that scary. I was actually really, really, really worried about this. The Paladins look pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. It does attack twice. And it's got really, really good movement. Holy crap, that's actually problematic. The monks... Oh my gosh, they have a lot of attack and defense too. Their attack is way higher than ours. Oh my god. Alright, so he's kind of a boss. This could get a little bit scary here. I mean, like, our elves don't even attack as hard as their archers do. I guess we're gonna bless them and try 4 to 6, 2 to 3. I guess we're gonna try to kill off the ranged. He has a lot less troops than I was expecting, but they are not slacker troops at all. Like, charging in and attacking them 16 to 27 versus 22 to 20. I mean, I suppose we're kind of balanced. I mean, he's got a little bit more in the way of, I'm gonna go defensive here. He's got a little bit more in the way of offense, where we have a little bit more in the way of defense. And he just got to move twice and just kind of destroy our souls there. That was not pleasant. Alright, I'm going to drop the monks. I'm going to put the hydras up to the front. I'm going to move the dwarves up as well. Trade up with the dwarves. We're going to try and do some damage against these guys. We're going to haste our boys there. And we did a little bit of work. Gonna go around the backside of him, and bam, dropped him straight up. Beautiful, sweet, sweet, nice style. Go around the backside of this, and we traded a little bit there. Hunter's not digging life. They are actually having a pretty bad time. Dropped another one, traded back and forth a little bit there. They're down to ranged units only now. I mean, we definitely have enough to kill this off, but it was looking pretty scary for a little while there, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, down he went. And let's just check our options there. Sorry. Alright, we'll drop him, and then that leaves this guy as our final compatriot that we must battle against. We can go for our dwarves, and he is dead. So we lost 65 of our hunters. It's to be expected. We lost one of our dwarves, one of our mercenaries, and he was a level 1 knight with all of that. I don't know how that's a possibility, but okay. That seems a bit broken, but okay. That's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, but we were victorious, 1,720 experience, and apparently this place is now ours, I guess? From the observation tower, you're able to see distant lands. All your heroes get a +1 movement point bonus. Nice. And then what is this? A keymaster. Hey, it's a green keymaster tent. Near the tent, you found an old dusty map. It says that there's a passage in the central mines that leads to Rockland. This might be useful. The caretaker of the keymaster's tent recognizes you as you approach. I have already sent word that you'll be allowed to pass. Begone! And then what is this? Pikemen. They seem to be pretty decent too. I think our hunters are starting to kind of run out of their usefulness at this point. So, I mean, I'm tempted to utilize them, but maybe not just yet. Let's take a look around the map. There's a green hunter thingy over there, so maybe we can clear out some of this other stuff and then come back and grab these guys. We're on day 5. I feel like we're going to be missing an opportunity here, but whatever. Alright, we're going to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to go after these guys. It's day 7. There's a lot of them, too. I should have probably double-checked what I was up against here, but again, it might be okay. We're going to still buff our dudes here. And we're going to throw out some hatred, and they don't have a tremendously huge amount of health, which is good. Going to run down the line here. And I'm hoping they actually focus on our hunters a little bit and kill some of them off while we hopefully don't lose too many of our other units, but apparently that's not going to be the case. Down to 80 of them. It's not great. Okay, we killed them off. Alright, we're going to blast some more hatred here. We'll bless up our boys. And decent damage done. We'll walk out here, do some chopping. And I suppose we'll come over to... Come on, give me the right angle. There it is. Go and we'll hit you. Trade off a little bit of damage. Oh, they're all going after him melee style. Not enough to kill. Okay, we'll come here. We'll send our dwarves in. And go for the 77. We'll go for the... I guess the 77 again. We could bless our boys here. Let's see why not. There we go. We'll go for the 4. Killed off them. Decent damage done there. That was actually not too shabby. And our dwarves finally get in on the action. Well, I was hoping to lose more hunters than anything else, but that didn't seem to happen now, did it? Well, that's kind of crappy. Alright, I guess we'll move down and we'll fight however many of these there are. Okay, seems like there's quite a few. Not enough mana, so we've actually tapped out our mana. That's pretty good. I guess we're utilizing spells a bit better than we have in the past. Alright, I'm going to roll out here and do some extra damage. Just kind of hoping that they would close a little bit quicker, a little bit better. Alright. Go up here and flat out kill that one. Going to do some damage to these. Ooh, our hydras get in on the action too, which is nice. And our dwarves finally get a piece. Alright, and they are indeed going after our hunters and our elves as well. This is kind of the plan all along. And now they seem focused on these other melee combatants, which is not the plan. But that's okay. Down here. We're gonna hydra this guy in the back. We're gonna dwarf him in the face. A little bit more lost, and there we go. 418 done. Advanced offense or expert archery. I'm going to go with the advanced offense. I think we're getting a little bit further and further away from the other dealie. Increase the selected unit's defense strength by +3. Alright. And there seems to be a chest here in the woods. We shall gather that up. And at this point, I guess I'll head back. I'll grab those. I'll drop my other dudes. It's definitely not the most efficient way to do things, but who can say, guys? Who can say what's super efficient, what's not? Some more oh wait, there's another fight we can get into down here. Let's do that then. Again, these things tend to like murdering our Archerians, I'm hoping. That's still the case. Going to actually move up here and defend our boys up top. Now they seem very focused on our dwarves and our mercenaries right now. That's what it's looking like. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen. Alright, decent amount of damage done there. Our hydras get to move in, do some work on that. And good, a little bit more done to our folks. Killed off another. Guess we killed them off, and that's pretty much it. So, we lost 1 and 2. Not really worth it in my opinion. But, again, free cash monies and everything else, so semi worth it. My goodness, there's a lot of hidden treasure in this. Come on. Move there. Obey me. There we go. Okay, so we got all that extra cash monies that we can come and spend on this, which we totally know is going to completely populate to full capacity here. Not really, it's just going to be the 7. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright. Well, we're going to finally say goodbye to the hunters for now. Ooh, what is this that we just got? I didn't even notice that we picked this up. Increase our necromancy skill that we don't have. Yeah! No, it's fine. Alright. Goodbye, hunters. You have served us well. We will remember you always. Not really. This is the button I want. Alright, there we go. So we're going to get ourselves a couple of spearmen. And, well, we have a couple of options now. We can come back this way and deal with the other place, or turn in our quest, or there's a few different options. And I'm not sure which one is the correct one. So I guess I'm just going to come over here. This is going to be my play. It's probably a terrible mistake, but it's my terrible mistake to make. That is a lot of white wolves. Let's murder them, because we can. Alright, 90 of you. A little bit less. Wow, there's actually more of them than I thought. They're relatively tanky, too. They move up here, and we no longer have super duper weak people now. So this is going to be somewhat entertaining. And by somewhat entertaining, I mean probably not that at all. Probably pretty bad. Alright, we can come over here and try to murder this guy off. It didn't kill him. That could be a problem. Maybe using the Hydra would have been a better choice. I'm not entirely certain, but it is simply what it is. Alright, we're going to do some damage there. We're going to meet the wolves head on here. And I suppose we're going to attack from up here. And they're going after the dwarves, going after our boys over here, which are relatively tanky. Not much in the way of losses going our way, which is good. Kill off 9 here. Oh, nope, apparently not. And then we blocked ourselves, which is fantastic. Alright, well, I guess we'll go here because there's no retaliation, so might as well get that out of the way. Some damage to that. We'll come deal with the 3. Alright, it is our elven bow people's turn. We'll go up against the 90 there. Whittle some of those down. 79 are real. We're going to get those first. Alright. Too bad. And 59. 38 remain. We're getting there. Kill off you. And that should be it, right? Yep. Well, we only lost 7 guys. We killed 539. 8,000 experience. I think that was worth it. I would definitely say hashtag worth. Alright, folks, we're going to grab up the money there. We're going to probably end up having to go fight those, like, earth elementals or golems or whatever those things are. Grab up some more cash. Oh, there seems to be some more stuff up here for us to just explore around and find. Okay, unfortunately, there's no path for us, though. But we gathered up all this hidden treasure loot, and we're going to come back over this way. And I'm about to break off the episode, folks. Sure, there's going to be more things that we can probably go and gather if we were really, really, really wanting to, but I'm not. So we're going to go do battle with the whatever these things are. And once those are all dead, or not dead, depending on how good or bad we do here, probably going to break off the episode. And that will do it for this one. Hopefully we made the right choices. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. I feel like we went in a different direction than what I was originally planning to do, but I think maybe it was the right direction. I'm not sure. I don't know how useful the spearman dude's going to be, but I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake grabbing him up. Because we're kind of going back toward the hunters now, and now I feel like maybe I could have kept the 80 or 90 hunters that I had, and it might have been a better course of action. But we'll see. We will see. I'm going to defend now, and I guess roll out on this dude and... Wow, we actually didn't do much. These guys are 8, and 50 HP. That is kind of impressive. So we're going to move down here with you. I feel like positioning-wise, didn't do the best job I could have done. Alright, we'll trade blows with our dwarves and everything else. We'll kill that guy off. Oh, apparently not. We'll trade some more blows, I guess. We'll bless this guy up. Move down here. I want to be able to get my Hydra into play. That's why I moved. There we go. And I guess we'll go against 34. And yeah, I'm not really sure what to do now. I guess we can go there. It's not the end of the world. Kill you off. Or try to. Still can't quite. A little bit more there. These guys are super tanky, or so they seem. Okay, 27. A little bit more damage back and forth. Finally, we can drop you. 100%. It is now guaranteed. The Earth Elementals are super tanky, but we are slowly whittling them down. Bit by bit, piece by piece, we are chopping them to bits. Chopping them to pieces. We're killing these guys off. This is just messy. Really, really, really messy. So I'm hoping we lose less than like 50 guys, but I'm not entirely certain that's going to be a thing. Okay, we killed him off, and that's it. Oh, we only lost 15. I felt like we lost way more than that. Well, that's not too bad then. Especially considering we got 12,500 experience out of the whole ordeal. Anyway, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode. I feel like I did pretty good here. I have no idea if I did or didn't, but I feel like I did pretty good. And, well, we've accomplished a little bit. There's still quite a bit to explore over here to the east, it seems. I didn't get that. I'm not sure if there's anything in here to explore, but there's still quite a few things we can do. And now we have the green tent master thing locked down, or unlocked, I guess. Which basically means to me that we can now come over here and get access to all this other wonderful fun stuff inside town. Well, maybe not on this side because this is a blue tent master thing, but it looks like we're on the right path, and maybe things will start working out a little bit more in our favor. Anyway, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode. I will catch you next time with more Royal Bounty HD. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.